The Minnesota Media Archive is brought to you by North Metro TV. Your support helps make the archive possible. Please consider a one-time donation.
Run demo. Insert tape. Loading. Playing. Transferring video. Recording. Disc ready. Transfer your videotapes to DVD and digital at North Metro TV. $12 an hour for tapes. $30 an hour for film. Call 76323122803.
Hello everyone and welcome to Blaine High School, the section for the Section 7AAAA Section Championship. How you doing everyone? Kenton Kipp field side. It is the Blaine Bengals and the Champlin Park Rebels. It's going to be a good matchup. Both of these two teams are ranked in the top 10 all year long in state. They have a rich history, a good rivalry, and Dave Washburn is going to give us a look at last year's matchup.
Let's get things started on the opening drive. Champlin Park at the Blaine 35. Jake Nelson from the shotgun. Hits Aaron Jenkins at the 15, and he'll lunge his way forward down to the 11. Well, the Rebels will work it down to the 4, where it's 4th and 3. Nelson works from the shotgun. He'll hit Drew Meyer coming back to the play, but Brad Kingman is there to make the big hit and give the ball back to the Bengals. Unfortunately, the offense couldn't get on track, and they went 3 and out, so we'll move to later on in the second quarter. Rebels have it at the Blaine 40. Nelson rose to his right and throws downfield to Aaron Jenkins, but it's short, and Adam Hansen is there for the interception. Well, let's see if the Bengals offense can get something going here, as it'll be 2nd and 13 from their 14. Parsons will fake the handoff, and he has to scramble. He'll heat it downfield to, in the general direction, I should say, of Tommy Bergeron, who comes back, makes the catch at midfield. He'll be pushed out at the Rebel 35. But a few plays later, on 3rd down and 12, Parsons will be under a little pressure. He's hit as he throws the ball, and Alex Van Josky is in the right place at the right time for his team-leading 5th interception of the year. Runs it all the way back out to the 35. On the next play, though, Jake Nelson will try to hand it off to Drew Meyer. Nelson has a little trouble with the snap, has more trouble with the handoff, and they miss the connection. Blaine gets it back as Derek Kelly is there to cover it up for the Bengals. Well, the Bengals will try to strike quickly. And Ryan Parsons will fake the handoff and look to the end zone for Tommy Bergeron, but Aaron Jenkins will step in front of this one and pick it off. That's 4 turnovers in about 3 minutes of football. A couple of plays later, Champlin Park will have it on offense. Nelson from the shotgun. He'll have plenty of time, steps up and throws to Aaron Jenkins, streaking down the sideline. Steve Moore falls down, and he's in for 6. A 76-yard pass. Mike Lago misses the extra point, and the Rebels will lead 6-0. Once the scores will head to the 3rd quarter. Champlin Park has it 4th and 15 at the 35. Nelson from the shotgun once again steps up and then scrambles right. He tosses toward the end zone, and the Bengals intercept when they probably should have just knocked this one down. They lost 35 yards on that play by making the interception. Well, the Bengals will get a lot of it back on this next play. A.J. Kelly will find a hole and pop through. He's out to the 18 for a Bengal first down. A few plays after that, it will be Cedric Larkins taking the handoff and cutting through the Rebel defense like a hot knife through butter as he's knocked out at the 43-yard line. Pick it up on 3rd down and 4. Parsons on the quarterback draw has a huge hole, and he'll be tripped up at the 19. That's a 17-yard pickup as he falls over his own blocker. A.J. Kelly got in the way there a little bit. Kelly will make up for it on the next play. He'll find more great blocking as he's down inside the 10 for another first down. But the Rebels will stiffen on defense. It'll be 4th and goal from the 6. Parsons will fake the handoff and looks to the end zone, but the ball comes loose when he's hit, and Brian Zwilling will recover for Champlin Park as another Bengal turnover. Well, after Blaine's defense holds, we'll move to the fourth quarter. It's 1st and 10 at the Rebel 46. The handoff to A.J. Kelly. He's through the line and into Champlin Park territory at the 45. Cedric Larkins will take the handoff on the next play. He'll break a couple of tackles at the line, and then he's gone 45 yards down the sideline for the touchdown. Kyle Sabacool will nail the extra point, and we got us a ball game, folks. Bengals on top by a score of 7-6. But the Rebels will answer back with some great running of their own. Drew Meyer will take the handoff, squirt through the line, and turn it on. That'll be a 21-yard pickup for Meyer. He had quite a few of those on Friday night. A few plays later, it'll be Jake Nelson as he fakes the handoff. He'll find some room on the left side, outrun the Bengal defense, and he's in to the end zone, an 18-yard touchdown run. Well, the Rebels decide that they're going to go for 2 on this one. The pitch will go to Meyer, but Adam Hansen will be there to stuff him, and the score remains 12-7. Bengals still in the ball game. They'll try to put together one last drive here, and they will be 3rd and 11 from the shotgun. Parsons can't find anybody open, so he'll take it himself. He'll pick up the first down inside the 40. But a little bit later on in the drive, the Bengals at the 18. The handoff will go to Larkins. He'll bounce it to the outside. He's down near the 10, but he'll lose the football. And at Champlin Park will take over. They wind up running out the clock, and so ends the Bengals season.
Pretty tough when you turn the ball over that many times. No question about that.
That was the difference in the game. Stat-wise, the teams were pretty equal. Rushing, Blaine had 221 yards. Champlin Park 206. Passing-wise, it was Ryan Parsons 4 of 10 with 2 interceptions. Jake Nelson 4 of 11 with 2 interceptions. Total yardage 314 to 302 in Champlin Park's favor, but it was the turnovers that really killed them. 5 turnovers for the Bengals and 3 for Champlin Park. Cedric Larkins led the way for the Bengals. He had 84 yards on 6 carries and a touchdown. Ryan Parsons 13 carries for 67 yards.
So Champlin Park, the upset win over Blaine last year. They went on to the Prep Bowl. This year's matchup, Blaine defeated Champlin Park 28-6. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit closer than that tonight. These two teams, always a great game. Well, I'm Kenton Kipp. It's a North Metro 15 QCTV joint production. We'll be right back with Bruce Frank and Colin Anderson with the play-by-play, starters, and the kickoff. You're watching Playoff Football here on Channel 15. Don't go away.
Tonight from Blaine, it's the Section 7-5A Football Championship game as the Blaine Bengals, with a record of 9-0 and the number 1 seed, take on second-seeded Champlin Park, who comes in with a mark of 9 wins against 1 loss. Hi there, football fans. Bruce Frank, joined once again by my longtime football partner and former defensive coordinator at Elk River, Colin Anderson. And Colin, a little nip in the air, 36 degrees. The wind coming out of the northwest, well over 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's blowing a lot more than we thought it was going to be earlier, so I think that'll be a factor. But there's so much adrenaline tonight, I don't think the players will notice it at all.
I looked at the team that makes the fewest mistakes. We'll come out of this one with a win. I don't know what you think the variables are.
Well, mistakes are always a part of any kind of a championship football game. The mistakes, the turnovers, the missed assignments. I also think the running back situation for Champlin Park is going to play a role. If they have to play their linebackers at that running back spot a lot, there's going to be a fatigue factor there.
Blaine has won the toss. They deferred. Champlin Park will receive and defend the north end. And let's take a look at the starting unit for the Champlin Park Rebels.
All right, for Champlin Park, at wide receiver, number 85, Jesse Gerard, 6'4", 165, a senior. At left tackle, number 68, David Bocher, 6'3", 267, a junior. At left guard, number 64, Zach Sundberg, 5'11", 253, a senior. At center, Jason Slate, number 74, he's 6 feet, 212, a junior. At right guard, number 66, Matt Christopher, 6'3", 283, a junior. At right tackle, number 75, Andrew Olson, 6'5", 221, a junior. At one wide out is the number 23, Matt Marty, 5'9", 158, a senior. The other one is number 84, Ryan Vondelinde, 6'4", 187, a senior. The quarterback is number 7, Dan Skelly, 6'1", 165, a junior. Running backs, there'll be a variety of people. The starter will be Shiesel, number 32, Adam, and he's 5'9", 184, a junior.
Okay, that's a look at the starting lineup for the Champlin Park Rebels, who are about ready to receive the kickoff. Marty is deep, along with Corey LaPlante waiting the kickoff. And brought up along the far side. And the return man dumped out of bounds as the special teams for Blaine manages to stay in their lane.
The short man picked that off. That was not a real deep kick, especially with the wind at his back. I thought that the times we've seen Blaine this year, that the kicking game, both punting and place kicking, it was very strong, and would be a factor in a tight game with two evenly matched opponents.
Andrew O'Neill, number 81, returns the kick. We're going to see Mo Young tonight, who's been on the sidelines. Number 80 comes in motion. There's the pitch to Humber, who's in the game, and as Humber tries to turn the corner, he's stopped. And coming up was Tim Moran, the middle linebacker, with friends to make the stop on Humber.
Humber is 6 foot 215. He's the Sam linebacker on defense. If he has to play a lot at that running back slot, it kind of reduces his effectiveness on defense. We see number 17, Mike Marish, the starting middle linebacker, is the fullback. Looks like they've decided they're going to go both ways.
And Humber breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, spins off the play, stays on his feet, and picks up some positive yardage out across 40 to the 44.
Let's take a look. You're going to see some penetration right there. Looks like number 56 saved that from being a much bigger play for Blaine. That's Tim Moran. Almost got him in the backfield. If he had not made that contact, I'm sure that Humber would still be running.
3rd down and 3. Again out of the eye. Handoff, Humber straight ahead.
Oh.
And again, good penetration by the Bengals.
That was a brilliant individual play by Humber to get that first down, because he was definitely hitting the backfield by a couple of players.
Gain of 2 on the play, and a first down for the Rebels.
And as you said, it is a first down for Champlin Park at their 45-yard line.
1st and 10.
First down and 10 for Champlin Park. Vondelinde splits to the top. Slot left. Slot comes in motion, slips. Handoff, Humber straight ahead, big hole. And he gets all the way into the secondary before Brian Baumgartner, the free safety, puts his shoulder in and wraps him up.
Let's take a look. Got some pretty good blocks right there. You can see the pulling tackle, Bocher leading up inside. You see Mo Young, number 80. Now he's been on the bench for a while. He's back in there. They've got Massey, the D tackle, and Mo Young in. So they got a 2 tight end set.
Young, 6'7", 234. Skelly throws, and it's intercepted.
There's that first big play we're talking about. Tony Kunza stepped in front. He took a nice drop into the flat.
And a 7-yard return after the pick by Tony Kunza. Skelly with time, looks, and Kunza goes up in the air.
Bondolindi doing a little quick out there, sitting in his zone. Nice position. And Blaine's going to go with no huddle, so it's going. They're probably going to want to go out and get on a set the pace of the game right away.
Milner made the tackle for Champlin Park. And straight ahead,
Little fullback trap action to start the ball game.
Molina, not the biggest back. He's 5'6", 163-pound senior. Runs out of the fullback in the wing tee. Parsons, number 8, the quarterback, 6'2", 191, a senior, looks to the sideline for the play as it's being signaled in from the Blaine bench. Wide receiver split to the top. Motion man Moore.
Fumble,
a busted play, and I think Parsons got it back.
I think so too. Yep, they're signaling it's going to be third down. Tried to run a little option that time. Parson, let's see, it's on the ride right there. The ride was in there, but that's number 40, Peeler, who we've seen all last 2 years make penetration and make bad things happen for offenses.
Yep.
He's a big impact player.
No question about it. Pierre Peeler. Audible. Of course, most instances you're going to call your plays in the line of scrimmage when you lack a huddle. Quick pitch and a fake. Parsons sets up, looks, got a man out there and overthrows him at the 5-yard line. Number 89, Dustin Newberger, the tight end, was the intended receiver, and he had 2 steps.
Yes, he was open. Great play for Blaine. They've been running quick pitch all season long, and I think that's a new wrinkle. We didn't see Blaine last week, but we've done 2 Blaine games, and we have not seen the quick pitch with a bootleg out of it, and just a great play call. Just didn't quite get the execution they needed.
Moore standing at his own 35, presumably to kick the football away. Good snap. He hits it high, spiral kick, and fielded by the Bengals, and LaPlante on the return.
LaPlante on the return.
Got out to maybe the 14.
Yep.
Tripped up by Hillshire.
9 yards on the return. He caught it in his own 5.
Punt by Moore. 7-yard return by LaPlante.
7 yards officially. So Champlin Park will go to work deep in their own territory. Clock shows 8:06 remaining in the scoreless first quarter.
That was an important series defensively for Champlin Park after that quick change of possession after the turnover to get a stop. But once again, with as many players going both ways for that defense, it's going to wear perhaps later on.
And off tailback. And I believe that was Humber.
Wasn't it Humber?
Yeah, Humber, 44. Picks up 1 yard as he goes on a sweep to the left side. Make it second down and 9.
Second and 9.
At the Champlin Park 14. Good crowd on hand on a chilly Friday night. And roll out by Skelly. He's going to throw, and it's almost intercepted again.
Brian Hansen, the linebacker, took a nice drop. Mo Young did a loop pattern. It's got some different names. He goes inside, then he kind of pushes off, and then comes back to the outside. And it was
almost caught it on the ricochet,
almost
on the deflection.
Young was open, but great pass drop by Hansen to take that away, bringing up 3rd and long.
3rd and 9. Skelly rolls right. He's going to put it away. Breaks 1 tackle, stays on his feet, and he's going to be short of the first down.
We have a flag down as well, Bruce.
Across the 20 to about the 22-yard line before he's tackled.
I think we had a procedure or a motion penalty against Champlin Park. So it should bring up like it'll be 4th and 1 or 3rd and 14.
Let us tell you about tonight's officials. They are assigned out of the St. Paul Officiating Association. Referee is Dwayne Muchler. The umpire, Dan Murray. The line judge, John Hardgrove. The head linesman is Scott Mitchell. And the back judge, Jeff Meslow.
Just short of the first down. Had a little bit of a movement. And we're having a discussion over on the side with the Champlin Park. I think it's head coach Horton. Can't quite make it out. Not sure what the discussion's about though.
There you see the Blaine Pep Band out here entertaining the throng. They're on hand for tonight's game. The winner of this game next Friday night, that would be November the 7th, will be at home against the winner of the Section 8 game that's going on this evening at the Fargo Dome. That's as a 10:30 start. The winner of the Moorhead-Cambridge-Isani game will play the winner of this section in the state quarterfinals, and after the quarterfinals, everything goes in under the Metrodome. They're sure having a hard time.
It's a 5-yard penalty. Now, if it was an offensive lineman that moved prematurely, that should be a dead ball. Automatic. Now, if it was, 2 men in motion, that's not.
Right.
So, but I didn't detect exactly what it was. So,
okay.
Must have been a backfield infraction, not a lineman moving prematurely.
So,
or illegal formation, perhaps.
So the penalty is declined, and that'll set up a 4th down. 4th and short, but the field position, the ball at the 22-yard line.
Well, we saw Skelly punting into a strong wind earlier against Elk River, and he did a fantastic job into the wind.
Certainly did.
He
Low
needs
snap
it again.
And low end-over-end kick. Takes a Blaine bounce.
Died right there. That's still a nice kick to get it on that side of the 50 with that stiff wind. That's a nice job with the kicking game for Skelly.
And of course, we really seldom credit and talk about the importance of the kicking game, but it is, another third of the offense-defensive aspect. Blaine again will operate without a huddle. This time, 2 backs behind the quarterback. Wing right, that's Kelly. Kelly comes in motion to the near side. Pitch to Moore. Moore's got a block. It's through the hole. Stays on his feet. The 40, the 35. Before he gets pulled down, he is a load coming through at 6'2", 230.
And he's probably might be the fastest guy on the team. That quick pitch really timed out well with the blocks downfield and at the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 34-yard line of Champlin Park. So an 18-yard pickup, I believe, by Moore on that last carry. This time a single back set. Moore comes in motion, gets the handoff.
Oh, guess who?
Yep.
Pierre Peeler, big penetration, knocked the guard back into Moore, and that'll end in a loss on that play.
That was Mike Halverson who got shoved back into the backfield.
There comes Peeler. He's shooting the A-gap on the inside there. Takes that guard, knocked him back in, and then comes off of that and makes the tackle. Tremendous play by Pierre Peeler.
Sure was. We'll bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Bengals. Again, single back set. Parsons set, looks, throws, got his receiver, makes the catch inside the 20-yard line. That is number 1.
That's Allman.
Yep.
Eric
Allman.
Nice. Little slant route. It's a 3-step, 1, 2, 3, and then throw. The slant opens up. You see the DN there. The linebacker is just a hair slow getting out from underneath.
That was Humber and Crooks Cleary.
And that's one of the things when you're playing offense as well as defense, you're gonna lose a little there sometimes. A little ISO play there.
Molina goes off tackle to the left side. And again, he's tough to handle at just 5'6".
The motion man, believe it was Moore. Let's see, yeah, there's Moore. Went in short motion, got in front of Molina, and then he leads up into the hole. It's same thing as running an ISO out of an I formation, except you're doing it out of motion in the wing T formation. Very effective all season long. Well, for longer than just this season, but very effective play for Blaine.
Long count employed by Parsons. Oh, now
we got lots of movement there.
All kinds of folks moving.
I think the right guard went first, and then I think both guards might have been on a different snap count there. So that's one of those errors, unforced errors, and down close, inside that so-called red zone.
Ball will come back to the 15-yard line. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7 from the 15. Kelly on the wing right. Moore in the backfield along with Molina. Parsons on the keep.
Oh, nice tackle. Very nice.
Good open field tackle.
Yeah, guess who? That Mike Marish.
Yep.
Middle linebacker. That's a great open field tackle. That play looked like it was going to, if Marish had missed that tackle, they had a couple blocks. The DN there, I think, was responsible for quarterback on the option, and he didn't get him. And Marish gets Parsons, turns it into a 3rd and 5, and I'm sure he would have gotten the first down and probably into the end zone.
It was a gain of 2 before Marish put a stop to it. 5 yards for a Blaine first down. Again, Moore and Molina in the backfield. Kelly set on the wing. Now Kelly comes in motion to the near side.
Ran the fullback.
Yep, Molina. And
it's going to bring up a 4th.
Molina, the ball carrier.
Champlin Park put a double coverage on the split out on this side. And took that away. I think they wanted to throw there. Kind of interesting. I thought they might take the 3 here. They've got the wind at their back, but they're going to go for it. It's 4th and 1.
4th and 1. There you see Joe Vanstrom. He was in your picture. And I mean in your picture. Number 78, 6'7", 300-pound senior. I understand is verbally committed to Iowa State.
Timeout Blaine, there first.
Not
Bengals.
sure. Might have been just wanting to see what kind of a defensive look they were going to get there. This is a crucial situation. There's 3:06 left in the first quarter. You've got the win. You've got to get some points when the wind's at your back. So Blaine really needs to get some points. With their Nadeau has been an outstanding kicker for him. I thought they might take the 3. Looked it's well within his range, but.
Coach Hirsch is a great example of the many teachers and coaches who have made a difference.
Discussing the various options along the near sideline. And while we have a moment, we're going to take a look at some of the other games being played around the Metro. In Section 1 in 5A, it's Lakeville at Rochester Mayo. That's a 7 o'clock start. In Section 2, Minnetonka travels to Eden Prairie. Don't be surprised with the end result of that one. Hastings is at Stillwater in Section 3. In Section 4, Mounds View visit White Bear Lake. Section 5 matchup, somewhat of a surprise. Henry Sibley, vastly improved, meets Cretin Durham Hall. In Section 6, it's Wyzetta and Armstrong. And Section 8 tonight at 10:30, Cambridge Isani against Moorhead in the Dome.
Crucial here, Bruce. This is a tight mark. I don't see either team pointing.
Nope.
And we're going to measure, I'm sure. Yes, we are. I don't see either team, pointing. Generally, the one team or the other gets pretty excited. And let's take a look.
We see Coach Garrity. And by the length of the football,
that's
a Blaine first down.
They ran to their right, gave it to their best ball carrier Moore, and said, get us that yard, and he got it.
That's exactly what he got.
And run your best play with your best running back to get that what yardage you need.
Ball at the 9-yard line, first down and goal to go. Blaine cannot pick up a first down. Parsons now kneels in under center. And a quick hitter.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Option.
Molina on the option. Good blocking it up front.
Nice little seam there.
Senior fullback goes into the end zone for a touchdown. 9-yard run by Molina. That comes with 2:41.
Kick was good, but I don't think it looked like he didn't really get a hold of that real solidly. But it's good, and Nadu's kick is good for the extra point.
And it's 7-0. Again, time of the touchdown, 2:41 remaining here in the first quarter. So you talked about the importance, Coach, of cashing in with the wind at your back, and after much discussion during a timeout.
There's the option. He puts it into the belly of Molina. There's a missed tackle there, and gets to the outside.
Nice block there by Rutgers.
You can just, the ride's in there, and you see him come off to the side there. I can't make it out. One of the Rebel defenders looked like he just didn't realize he had the ball. He was off balance. But a nice job by the left side of the Blaine Bengal offensive line. That's Joey Savicul and Joe Vanstrom. Just did a great job of crushing down that side.
And there's a return. Good ankle tackle in the open field on the return.
I think that was 37.
Hendren with the tackle.
Number 7 for Blaine.
7
made the stop. And we're going to have to go to our nifty program.
Well, there's two 7s. I'm not sure which one that would be on the special team.
Andren. See, we got one close to that. And
Marish, the middle linebacker.
And coming in low and just getting a piece of Marish. And then he picks up 8 yards on the carry. Watch his first hit. It's low.
Couple good blocks there.
That one. There's the tackle. Pickup of 8. Hand off Humber. He just walks around a defender.
There's penetration there. Dustin Cromie is in the backfield, and it's disrupting the flow for Champlin Park.
Bring up a 3rd down situation.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 from the 27-yard line. No gain on that last play.
A couple people in the backfield, and it just breaks up the Humber's having to dodge people in the backfield.
And there's a first down by Marish. Stays on his feet as he bounces it to the outside.
Fullback trap. What's good for one is good for the other.
Needed 2, got 11 for the first down.
Marish had a pretty good head of steam there, and I think that was Bumgardner had a saving tackle there.
Ball at the 37-yard line of the Rebels. Von DeLindy splits wide to the near side, slot right. Now the motion, that's Young, the tight end. Handoff straight ahead.
That's that trap.
And
Marish is
on the carry.
He's able to get that trap going. They've been running it to the top of the screen, and they've been getting 6 to 12 yards a crack on it. Found a spot there that they like. Keep running it until the defense adjusts.
You know, during the season, we've had a couple of different backfields employed by the Rebels. This one I refer to as the jumbo, with the 2 linebackers lined up behind Skelly. And there's a sweep into the open field. Humber caught from behind and dragged down. That was Brian Baumgartner, the free safety, who saved the touchdown, who had the angle and made the tackle.
Little toss sweep. Nice block there by Young. Open things up. Another stock block there. And there's the saving tackle. Little Hansen came there as well.
So all the way down to the 32-yard line of Blaine, where it's 1st and 10. Skelly's got him going. A long drive started deep in his own territory.
The time they tried to bring that trap with Marish, brought it back to the right. Just got tripped up on the. He wasn't really tackled as much. He just tripped up by the clutter there right around the ball, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter with our score: Blaine 7 and Champlin Park nothing. And of course, we talked about I think before we went on the air, these two teams met during the regular season on September the 28th, with Blaine prevailing by a score of 28-7. That's the only only mark on the record for Champlin Park. And one of the ironies, Coach, is that a year ago, Blaine beat Champlin Park during the regular season, and the Rebels came back to defeat the Bengals in the section championship game.
And that was a great ball game. And in that ball game, the Bengals had 5 turnovers, and it was a 12-7 game. As I recall, it was dead even on the stat line for the yardage. And boy, you just this game we've had 1 turnover. Didn't lead to any points.
Nope.
Did change the field position though, and I think it eventually did lead to that Blaine touchdown. However, now into the wind, the Rebels got a nice drive going, and this is more offense than they showed earlier this season.
Their offense has been effective on the ground. Again, Humber, the tailback.
Humber, the ball carrier.
And he busts his way through.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Picks up 2 yards. Going straight ahead.
Geisen made a very nice tackle because it really looked like he had a pretty good head of steam going. Geisen got him at the ankles, turned that into a short gain. Could have been a much bigger one.
3rd and 3 from the 25-yard line of Blaine. And there's the first down and more.
I don't think that was even a trap.
No, Marish dragged tacklers in his wake as he picked up a big hunk of yardage.
Yeah, there's no pull. This is just a straight ahead dive to the fullback. Just found a little seam there.
Look at the lean by Marish, that forward lean. And drags the tacklers.
And he's 6'2", 230 also.
Yep, 8-yard gain on that last play. And again, right up the gut.
Yes, this is I was thinking the others were fullback traps, but now just straight ahead dive. Either they called it off. No, there's no pull there. Little step block maybe, but nothing. I see Mo Young making a nice block down there. They've missed him.
That was Brian Hansen who made the tackle. Rebels knocking on the door. It's a long drive. There's Humber to the outside. And does he get in?
Yes.
He does. Humber from 10 yards out makes the score 7-6. And I believe that is an 87-yard drive.
I believe you're correct.
I think they started at their own 13-yard line.
Take a look, Bruce. This is pretty well defensed. There's a player out there. It's looks like 47. I don't see it here, but anyway, he had the angle, and Humber's speed was able to turn the corner on him.
Coach, I'm not sure that play was supposed to go to the
No,
outside.
it wasn't. He just found it's supposed to be a kickout block by Marish, and he just went where it was open.
And the extra point kick is up and good. And we're tied at 7.
Very impressive drive by the Rebels.
Now, I think this play.
You see
is
Marish right there, 17, kicks, but he has the option of logging, and you see he logged that D end outside linebacker Hansen. He logged him in, and was able to let Humber just go to the outside. Now, most of the time, defensively, you don't mind that because you should have a man coming popping right out, and there he is. But Humber is so fast, he just beats him to the corner.
A very impressive drive. Humber goes the final 10 yards for the touchdown that comes at 10:35 of the second quarter. The PAT was good, and we're tied at 7. It'll be interesting to see how the Bengals respond.
Very much so.
With the wind in their face.
Exactly. It's gonna affect them. It's gonna affect them. Might be for the better because we saw a couple of balls that were overthrown with open receivers earlier that Parsons wishes he could have gotten to the open receiver.
Yeah. We've not seen either team's impressive passing game yet. There's the kick taken at the 5. And return straight up the middle. And big run back.
I don't think that's where Champlin Park wants to kick it.
No.
Kicking the ball to Steve Moore and giving him an open field is not usually a good strategy. I'm sure he thought he could get it to the end zone.
And Moore sees the field so well.
Yeah, he's a great runner and sees the field. And number 51 there, Brian Hansen, had a real nice block. Open that up.
So Blaine starts this drive at their own 35-yard line. A 31-yard kickoff return by Moore. Took it at his 4. Parsons running the option. He keeps it and manages to scrape together a yard or 2 at best.
Take a look. Comes down the line. Sticks it in Bellina's belly. They take away the first option and the second.
Yep. And catching up from behind was the big guy, Peeler. Got a piece of the quarterback. Blaine splits Ablin out, number 1 to the near side. And Allman, number 1 to the near side. Slot right. I think it's going to be too much time.
I think you're right. Yep, we got to delay a game. Kind of unusual with that cuddle offense because you never huddle on it. You just have to get up to the line and make a call. There's a number 79 is out on the field at that D tackle spot. Now, he sure looks a lot like Massey, and there's no 79 listed on the program I have. I don't know about yours.
Let's see if I have one. 79. I don't have one.
So maybe it's just a change of jerseys.
Roll out by Parsons, throws, and the pass is incomplete.
That was a nice, Parsons did a great job to get outside and get the ball off. 52, Justin Neubauer was the defensive end on that side. Did a nice job of moving laterally and keeping some pressure on Parsons so he couldn't get his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage.
Allman had 2 things difficult to do. One was, number 1, to stay in bounds, and the second thing was to make the catch. And he could do neither. But that ball that was a tough one to handle. Kelly goes in motion. He's yet to touch the football. Ooh, the Rebels smelled that screen out. As I said, Kelly hasn't touched the ball.
Could have easily gone the other way, but we do have a flag down. I'm not sure if it wasn't against the defense. It looked like he was early, but no, it's illegal shift. Illegal shift.
Well, that one's a good one to turn down.
Very much so. That'll bring up a fourth and a real long way to go.
And Moore will punt the football away.
Good job of seeing that. Here's a replay. When you see a quarterback dancing backward, you know that's going to happen. You see Peeler right there. He could have easily, that could have gone for 6 the other way.
Yeah, that's good coaching, though.
Exactly.
And
they know each other.
You bet. Coach says, play the man, don't play the football.
Oh, very close to a running into the kicker penalty there. Referee looked at it pretty hard, but he did not call it, and Moore is asking him to look at it again.
And no flag yet coming.
There was a player came pretty close to blocking it. I think it was Neubauer, and his follow-through, he did bump him a little, but referee's decision, it was not roughing or running into the kicker.
Okay, again out of the eye. Champlin Park, in most of its games, the quarterbacks did not get under center unless they ran this jumbo backfield.
As the season's gone along, I think they've gotten away from the shotgun, wide open Tim Herman offense. They've gone more to putting Skelly under center, going with the eye back. You kind of see that they want to get a running back that can get their running game going other than Skelly. Skelly was about, well, at one point in the season, I think it was 70% of their offense.
Yep, he made him click. That's for sure. Oh, there's a collision.
That's one of those things when you've got a guy that's going both ways and maybe not quite as many reps running the plays as the other players. Ran the quarterback Skelly and the
Marish,
the middle linebacker who's playing fullback, ran into each other. Brings up a 3rd and long situation.
Let's see what the Rebels decide to do here. Their greatest success thus far in the football game is to keep it on the ground. As I say that, Skelly retreats, rolls to his right, looks, throws downfield, and it's incomplete.
Tried to get a pass interference penalty there, but
nothing doing.
No, they're fighting for it. Skelly wanted to throw the quick slant, the same play that was intercepted earlier, and it just wasn't there, so he thought he'd throw it up. And the defensive back gets to play the ball just as well as the offense, so that's inadvertent contact.
So it'll bring up a 4th down and a punting situation. Skelly drops back. He has been very consistent as a punter. This one low, and that's fielded by Moore. Moore grabbed by the back of the jersey and driven back.
I think that was Kelly. I think that was
okay. 32 Kelly.
AJ Kelly.
Yep, Kelly in there replacing Moore on the punt return.
1st and 10 for the Bengals from their own 21-yard line. 1st and 10.
That was an important stop for the Bengals. They're going into the wind. The wind is, it's strong, so it's definitely going to affect things. They needed that stop.
1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Whoa. Defense again got penetration. Moore's knocked down for a loss.
See a little inside counter.
Ooh.
And that's 79. I'm pretty sure that's Massey. I think he's just got another jersey on.
Massey.
I'm going to see if he's in at that. I think they've put him in at the offensive tackle. I'm not, because I don't see 88.
Massey had company in the person of Corey LaPlante on that stop. This time, motion man to the top. Parsons rolls right. He's going to run it. Steps to the outside, avoids a tackle, stays on his feet, and then is finally pushed out of bounds. Nice individual effort there by Parsons.
This way, the defensive end on the backside just lost contain over there, got inside too much, and Parsons, being the great open field runner he is, took advantage of that and got an important first down, and Marish saved the even more yardage.
All the way out to the 34-yard line on that carry by Parsons. Motion man to the top.
Big loss on that play. That's Schofstall came off of the defensive end looking at that quick pitch.
Yep, and that's what it was.
Ball's out there. There's Schofstall. You got the corner up there as well. The corner.
Milray also there.
Actually, it's a safety, but the force man from the secondary are both there.
So it'll bring up a second down back at the 30-yard line. Let's call it 2nd and 14 on that loss. Split backs. Motion man to the near side. And Molina on the carry. Molina brings it out to the 35-yard line.
Fullback trap.
Yeah, picks up 5.
I believe that was, I'm pretty sure that 79 there is Massey.
It just announced the tackle made by Massey.
Well, there's Massey, comes off the block, and he's hanging on and pins him down. Could have been a much bigger play without Massey's tackle.
Clock down to 5:42 and running. Time remaining in the second quarter. Single back set. And nice cut.
Whoa.
My. Parsons, what a great individual effort that
Very
time.
much so. Quarterback draw.
Gave you the look and then took it away.
Here it is. Great looking play. I don't think Marish is fooled at all, but just great open field running by Parsons.
Look at the balance.
Couple people are there, and there's a tackle. It looks like he's going to come out. It's going to bring a first down, or it's going to be 4th and probably the length of a football. The people in the box are saying 6 inches short. We don't have a camera angle, but it is short.
Yep.
Less than 6 inches, looks like. So, decision time for the Bengals.
Field not in the greatest condition. Certainly not the kind of shape it was in the latter part of August when Blaine opened their regular season.
Looks like, he's signaling about 4 inches maybe.
Yep.
And this is very critical with 5:25 left to go in the half. If Blaine gets stopped here, that's a great field position.
Quarterback keep, he's an athlete. Or so Skelly. Try to pull him offside.
Yes. Or it could be a delay and then go. Yep, I like that.
There's the first down, more on the carry.
Try to make people think that you're just trying to pull them off. You go and you go and you go, and then quick,
Bing.
Snap it and get it, because the defense just loses a little bit of their concentration.
Yeah, and a little edge. So Moore picks up the necessary yardage for the first down. Parsons giving instructions to his teammate. Motion man to the top.
There's that boot.
And rolls out. He's going to keep it himself, run all the way. And he's hit and driven out of bounds. LaPlante provide the collision.
Good looking play.
That was, Coach, that was run all the way. There's no
definitely.
option on there at all.
This is Milray as the outside linebacker on that side. He got moved in a little bit and wasn't able to get the correct position, and there's LaPlante bumping Parsons out of bounds. That quick pitch bootleg is a good-looking play. It's been open.
Yep. Down to the 42-yard line where it's 1st and 10. Handoff Moore. He's tied up, knocked down in the backfield.
Number 40.
Tried to spin off Peeler.
Peeler again gets great penetration.
Wrapped him up.
So explosive. There he is. He shot the inside gap. They're trying to bring the tackle Wise down onto that defensive tackle, and he's just not quite able to get there in time because of Peeler's quickness.
But I'm not sure that Peeler played in their first game when they met one another. I think he was on crutches there.
You're absolutely correct. He did not play.
Roll left by Parsons. Sets, looks, throws. Had the man set up.
He was there, but
that was number 20.
Threw it a little bit behind him. Once again, Peeler's got a rush. He makes Parsons clutch a little bit. Ball is behind, but pretty close to number 20. Don't see who is that. That's it's either Bourne or Torrey. I'm not sure which.
This time single back set, 3-step drop, quick slant, faked, and on the keeper, and the Bengals can't defend, and Champlin Park comes in and drops the quarterback for a loss.
Lee Benson and Jesse Crooks Cleary had a double. You can see them at the top of the screen. You kind of see them downfield. There's one over the top, and Crooks Cleary is trailing. They're trying to get the ball to Rutgers, and it just, is double coverage. Couldn't get it there, and
4th down.
Sack.
Morris kick, high kick, short one.
Bad bounce.
And takes a Champlin Park bounce. As it rolls over near the sidelines and down there by Kelly.
A nice defensive stop there for Champlin Park. The Rebels able to stop that offensive drive. There's 3:17 left to go. Champlin Park's got the ball, got the win with them and the ball.
Yep.
See if they can do something with it. Now their last possession was a 3-and-out. Once again, the fatigue factor when you've got Marish and Humber are both in there. Looks like they're giving Humber a little break, and they've brought in Sheasel, the tailback.
Okay. And faked straight ahead. Marish on the carry. And Marish picks up 7 yards to set up a 2nd down and 3.
Broke 1 tackle, 2 tackles,
Look at
and
that
the 3rd one
lean.
gets him.
Yep.
So a couple broken tackles. Marish, outstanding player all season long for the Rebels, dominant player in the conference.
That was Brian Bumgardner, who's come up with some big tackles tonight, who put the stop on Marish.
I think we got delay. Yep, a delay call. Big mistake right there. Had a 2nd and short, turns it into a 2nd and long. And
you'll afford mistakes like this in a crucial game.
So here comes the timeout. The referee. Oh, now the coach is going over to talk to the ref, and he doesn't think. Oh, there's a coaching staff for Champlin Park is not happy with the countdown of the time, and it's extremely animated as well. That was he doesn't agree with that call at all, and doesn't feel that the putting the ball in play clock was done correctly. Because that is a crucial error, and whether it was, well, the Champlin staff feels that was quick quick whistle. It didn't seem like it was any longer than any other play to me, Bruce, but
Nope. Tornadoes maintain their meeting along the near side, or the Rebels back on the field. Blaine.
Is that Coach Corton or is that Coach O'Neill?
Looks like Coach O'Neill, who just recently celebrated his 50th. I guess we're not letting the cat out of the bag. His 50th birthday.
No, and he's
pretty adamant.
It is. I think it is Corton.
It is. I just saw the mustache.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Some similarity. Here's Coach Garrity.
Coach Corton does not believe that was a 25-second clock had expired before that play went off, and he is.
And he let everybody into the vicinity know.
He's very positive in his idea, but that's not going to change the call. And this is a veteran crew.
You bet.
This is
2.5 minutes remain in the first half.
One of the best, certainly one of the best in the state.
Out of the eye. Hand off to the fullback.
Marish got all of that penalty back, maybe a little bit more. Going to bring up a 3rd and short, about 3.
Yep. And meanwhile, both sides will let the clock run. I believe, Coach, Champlin Park has got 2 timeouts left, as does Blaine.
Yeah, they both used 1. And with 2 minutes to go, get a first down here, then they can maybe open things up.
You're right.
And Skelly just snuck it, and looks like he does have the first down.
Yep, he's got the necessary yardage for the first down.
Game 3.
You might say, well, that penalty didn't matter, but what it did is it cost some time. We're down to 148. Just a straight-ahead quarterback sneak behind Slate, Christopher, and Sundberg.
That big, powerful front line of the Rebels. Skelly fakes the handoff, looks, throws, and
got the catch.
Yeah, I think that's Vondelinde in traffic. No.
Big Mo Young.
Mo Young at 6'7", 234.
They've missed
and
him.
He's the target.
They've missed him. He had a lot of big plays in the playoff run last year for the Rebels. Goes up and gets it. Not bad coverage by Baumgartner, and he went up and tried to pull a hand out to get the incompletion, tried to strip it, but was not able to.
So the pass complete. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 1. Looks, throws. Pass this time was intended for Vondelinde.
He just settled in that zone, Bruce, and it was there. Just Skelly just put a little too much on it. See a good look at it right there. It's just a little high. Stops the clock. 2nd and 10. Still 1:06 to go in the second quarter.
Game tied at 7. And this one, I think, Coach, is panning out to be everything that we thought it would. An outstanding high school football game. Again out of the eye. Fake handoff, looks, throws. And
trying to get it to Vondelinde again over on the sideline. Nothing there. Bring up a 3rd and 10 situation. Now, we've seen in the course of the year, Bruce, 3-4 different kickers for Champlin Park.
Yes.
Now, I saw at least 3 warming up before the ball game, kicking field goals, most of them at this end, and they were making them from a ways out. So with that win, could be able to steal 3 points.
All right.
Great job there. Great defensive play there by Tony Kunza. Kept great position. Stopped Humber. Be a timeout here taken by Blaine is going to take the timeout.
Timeout comes with 48 seconds left in the first half, and the Rebels on the move. Champlin Park has one timeout remaining.
Champlin Park can kick it away, play for field position, and play for half. They could go for it. If they make it, if they get the first, were to make the first down, they would be fairly close to trying a field goal. They would maybe need to get to the 20. I saw them in warm-ups hitting them from about 40 yards out with that wind, and the wind is still blowing really well out of the, I don't know, west-northwest looks like right now. And we'll see what Champlin Park decides to do.
Okay.
If they don't get it, Blaine gets the ball. Blaine's got one timeout left. They can go down, and if they can get to the, if they can get to the 20, they might be able to get 3. All right?
Yep.
And come out in their heavy set. They got all 3 linebackers, Humber, Milray, and Marish in that wishbone that we've saw pretty much all season long out of Champlin Park. That causes Blaine to use their last timeout, which might have been the purpose of it, Bruce. Coming out in that set, Blaine quickly calls timeout. That burns it. Now Champlin Park might punt it, or maybe they're going to come out and try it again. Maybe they will try to get the first down.
We'll have to just wait and see until when this timeout is expired.
A lot of possibilities here.
Good crowd on a 36-degree evening with that wind. I would guess the wind chills got to be with that maybe 20-plus mile-an-hour wind. That wind chill's got to be in the minus digits right now.
Typical Minnesota weather.
Yep.
All right. They're coming out in a heavy
out of the wishbone,
and then they shift.
Ooh.
They did that earlier this year.
Shift. Tried to draw the opposition offside. Shifted into punt formation. End over end kick, angled
into the end zone,
and I thought he almost caught and made a turn with that ball and put it out of bounds, but that was not the case, as he got 2 bounces and into the end zone. The ball will come out to the 20-yard lines. You're in the Blaine huddle. You're going to take the time, run the clock.
Well, in the past, Shannon has done that, but I think he might try to stretch the defense a little bit, and if he could get 3 points here in these last 40 seconds, that would be big in this game.
Huge.
He's going to go with the run,
and
he's gonna let let her go out. Champlin may or may not call their timeouts. I don't think they would be able to do much with it. That might be our last play. They don't need to snap it again. We'll see what Blaine wants to do. Look at our replay. I don't know if we have the stat for that, but I think Blaine might have more plays for negative yardage in this first half than they might have had all season.
Yes.
I mean, there have been a lot of negative yardage plays, and that'll bring us to the end of the half.
2 good defensive football teams, and the fans on hand really getting their money's worth. We played 2 quarters of football. We're all tied at 7. We'll be back with some Jeff Nelson halftime statistics and a look ahead to the 3rd quarter, and we'll do that right after this.
Here comes the sophomore, Pablo and Pray.
Bengals Dance Team.
For more info, go to OperationGraduation.com.
For all your highlights and updates on your local teams, Blaine, Spring Lake Park, and Centennial, tune into Sports Den. It's a big hit.
Sports Den, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. on North Metro 15. Step inside the den.
Along with Colin Anderson and our crack statistician Jeff Nelson, Bruce Frank back with you at Bengals Stadium. We played half of football, and I guess no major surprise, we're tied at 7. And Coach, you've got some very interesting statistics on that first half.
Well, when we ended the first half, Bruce, we were wondering how many negative plays did Blaine have, and is that we don't know if this is the most all season, but they had 7 in the first half for negative yardage, which is a lot. Blaine had 94 total yards in total offense. We have 6 first downs. Rushing, Parson was 7 rushes for 35. Belina, 5 for 29, 1 TD. Big telling stat, Moore, 8 carries, only 11 yards. Passing, Parson was 2 of 5, 19 yards. On the Champlin Park side, 170 yards of total offense to Blaine's 94. Rushing, Marish had 9 carries for 80 yards. Humber had 10 carries for 60 and 1 touchdown. Kelly, 2 rushes for 10. Kelly was 1 of 5 passes for 20 yards and also 6 first downs. So let's take a look at our replays.
First quarter.
Let's take a look. We're watching some option. There goes Belina. Ride right there. The handoff. The defensive end.
Overrun.
Yeah, defensive end. The defensive end, we don't know who's responsible for quarterback, who's got dive there. If it's inside linebacker, you know, then that's good blocking. Here's the play right here. Marish logs in, and Humber just turns the jets on and gets to the outside and outruns the pursuit. Ordinarily, you know, with an ordinary running back, your strong safety or whoever the force out of the secondary is going to be there for that play. But Humber just turned those jets on, beat them, and into the end zone. Both kicks were good, and we're 7-7. It's going to be a fantastic second half.
You betcha. And remember, Blaine won the toss. They deferred, so they will take the football to open the second half and defend the north goal.
The first time these two teams met, the score was 27-6, and Champlin Park was missing several people.
Ooh, big hole up the middle, across the 40, 45, midfield,
Great start.
and into Champlin Park territory. Good blocking on the special teams.
Kicking the ball to Steve Moore has not been what the Rebels want to do, and the Bengals got to love it. Great momentum builder to come out here in the second half, take that first possession right out at midfield.
Wide receiver split to the near side. That is Rutgers, Adam Rutgers, number 24. Slot left, handoff Moore, gets behind Belina and his center and guard, and muscles his way across the 45, down to the 44. Let's call it a gain of 5. It'll set up 2nd and 5.
That's a nice pickup of 5 on that inside counter play. A pull from the top of the screen to the bottom, little trap kick out, gets up inside, got 5. could have been no gain without some hard running there by Moore.
Belina and Moore behind the quarterback, Ryan Parsons. Kelly is on the wing to the near side. Now he goes in motion to the top. And a quick opener.
It's that hard. That's the same play that went for the touchdown. It's a hard dive, option look out of that set with the motion going across to draw a little attention.
Belina on the carry, and he's got the first down. Down to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for Blaine. The winner meets the winner of the Cambridge-Isani Moorhead game that's being played up at the Fargo Dome tonight at 10:30. Moore trying to let his blockers set up, and the Rebels stepped into the hole, and they closed it in a hurry.
Humber got a nice, this is Milray, and here's Humber, meets Moore and stops him for almost no gain. This is a crucial drive. I wanted to say before the kickoff even came for Blaine. If they're going to be the number 1 seed and the favorite and all that, they've got to assert themselves on this drive.
You bet. They came out here in the 3rd quarter with some of the momentum. There's running straight ahead.
Fullback trap, and it almost broke through there very nicely, but there's Humber on the tackle, made initial, and Charlie Milray there as well.
Carry down to about the 32-yard line. And
fullback trap. And this is 2-down territory, but a big play right here.
3rd down, and let's call it 6 yards to go for the Blaine first down. And here's a quarterback draw. And Parsons picks up some big yardage.
Great call. Well blocked up in the middle. Dahlman, Halverson, Savacool, a couple of real good blocks there. You saw Dustin Wise made a nice block. Downfield as well. And you get it to your leader all season long. Parsons has made a lot of big plays in many games this year.
That was another big one. This time, again, Kelly is on the wing. A.J. Kelly. Moore comes in motion. Gets the handoff.
Almost snuck through there. That it doesn't look like much, that counter, but the Blaine staff at half, they've decided they've found something here. You see the real nice seal right there by the big tackle Joe Vanstrom, sealing off that whole defense. Really, he's so big, he sealed off his man. Plus he knocked him over to get in the way of the linebacker. Couldn't get over the top either. Nice pickup of 4 for Moore on that counter.
Vanstrom could block the sun.
He's a big man.
And straight ahead.
Now that one was almost on the ground. They're running the option. They put it into Belina's belly here, and he pulled that out late. That's dangerous. Ball can get on the ground, but it made positive yardage. Parson pulled it out, and he made positive yardage.
Keeler picked up the tackle for the Rebels. He's been busy. This time Kelly is lined up in the backfield with Belina. Moore is in the slot. And Kelly with a handoff, and as he gets the football, he's driven back to about the 14-yard line.
Looks like he lost a couple there in that inside counter. They brought the tackle. Wise came down. They did a fold block with the guard and tackle on the left side, and they're going to bring out Nadu, try the field goal.
The ball would go down at the 20-yard line, so it'd be a 30-yard field goal. The kick is up, and it's good.
Oh, that just barely
kept it in that left upright.
If we had more cameras, boy, I couldn't have. Oh, look at, he's smiling. The referee there was right under the pole. He's got the best view in the house. That couldn't have been good by much. look at the penetration up the middle. Right there, there's Marish. Boy, you can't get that much better. Let's take a look. See if we can see the ball. Oh yeah, it looks real good on that angle. Of course, that's right behind the ball. So a big 3 points on the opening possession of the second half. And Blaine's got themselves with 3 to get in the lead. And in a defensive battle like this, that's an important 3 points.
We will see how the Rebels respond. And if you think back on that opening kickoff, Moore with the return took it all the way down to the Champlin Park 49-yard line.
Well, without that opening kickoff, that field goal probably never would have been attempted, and it would have been a punting situation. So
very much so.
That's the kicking game, and how that can set up turn the whole game around.
Nato tees it up in the middle of the field.
The wind once again is with Champlin Park in this quarter.
They've got another 7 minutes, just over 7 minutes with the wind. Short kick, and now finally picked up. And as the return man picks it up, that's number 79.
That's Massey.
And Massey not that used to handling the football. As he finally gets his hands on it, he immediately goes down for no gain on the return. But meanwhile, the Rebels will start this drive from their own 26-yard line, first down and 10.
See that, that's a great strategy. Ball's back on the 25-yard line. You'd rather have a defensive tackle running with the football than a fast running back.
You betcha. Again out of the eye. And that's the fullback.
Well, Marish picks up another 10. That play has gone for at least 4 on every chance it's had. It's a little cutback on it.
All the way out to the 37.
I thought I saw a trap on it a couple times, but most of the time I have not seen a trap. So it's just straight ahead, but it's a little counter action. It cuts back against the grain, and he finds the seam and goes.
Marish picked up the necessary yardage for the first down. Wide receiver comes to the near side. And hand off the tailback. That's Humber. Humber turns it upfield. Crosses the 45. Is hit and falls forward to about the 47.
Looks like probably be another first down, another 10-yard gain. Yep, there's the signal. It's important to score. You know, that 3 points against the wind is pretty important for Blaine.
Yes.
But it, once again, you need to score when you get that wind at your back.
And straight ahead across midfield into Blaine territory at the Bengals 48-yard line.
Marish on the fullback and picks up another 5.
Neither of these teams want to go home. Everybody wants to come to practice tomorrow and grade the films, and then Monday start looking ahead to the state quarterfinals.
And the winner of this game will host that quarterfinal.
Yes. There's the pitch, Humber to the outside, and good inside-out pursuit.
That's 58, Gassett. Let's take a look. Got some penetration there, but see, coming from the inside is Gassett, number 58, from his D tackle spot. He is a junior, 250. Big play right there.
Out of the eye. And off the fullback straight ahead.
Brilliant run by Marish.
It really was.
That was a
Looked
brilliant
like
run
he should have
for
had
3
nothing.
yards, yes.
Yep.
Blaine was stacked. They knew what play was coming. They had it stacked up pretty well. Just great individual effort by Mike Marish.
And that it was. And the officials will bring the chains out from the far side, and they'll measure.
9, at least 9 up in the box there. They knew what play was coming. Marish, you can see him kind of squirt through. I think he has it.
And they stretch it out. It's a first down. So this drive started at the Champlin Park 25-yard line and is now at the Blaine 43, where it's first down and 10. 10-7 in favor of the Bengals. They scored in the first quarter a touchdown. Champlin Park scored a touchdown and an extra point in the second quarter, and then Blaine NATO 30-yard field goal here in the third. Nice individual effort that time by Humber.
Wow.
Stayed very patient and allowed his blocking to set it up.
That looked very explosive. That looked like it's a little cross-buck action. Go one way, break back the other. You see that's Boschert. Great block there, and David Boschert, number 68, was that leader.
Gain of 4, second down and 6, straight ahead.
Baumgartner made that tackle. Now, there's that fullback again. Been running it to death. You run it until the defense stops it. That's 2 in a row. It's done a pretty good job. They're loading it up, looking for that play. You got a lot of people in there. Get some. That's number 98, breaks through to make the tackle. That's Dustin Cromie. And here's a big third down.
It is a big play. 3rd and 5. From the 39-yard line of Blaine. Again, out of the eye. And handoff Humber to the outside. Stays on his feet.
Whoa.
And let's see whether he got enough yardage for the first down. It's going to be close.
He's a little short, but it's amazing how close he came, because he was hit for no gain and was able to break a tackle there. I think it was Baumgartner. Couldn't quite pick up the number, but whoever had the force came up, made a tackle, and Humber's power got him through and got another body length.
Okay.
So here's a big 4th and 1 situation.
4th down and a yard. See how the Bengals respond. And diving forward as he's hit is Humber, and it looks like he's got the first down.
Yes, he
does. The lead block just helped him enough to get that first down.
See all down, and here's the 2 lead blockers, 1 and 2. You see
There's
Marish. And you saw, I think it was Peeler, and he got it. Now, that same formation, that same play is what Champlin Park ran on the goal line in the first meeting between these two down at the other end of the field, and Blaine stuffed it on a 4th and 1 for a touchdown that would have tied the game, I believe, at that time. So these teams know each other.
They sure do. And handoff. Humber.
Nice tackle there by, I believe it was 56. That's middle linebacker Tim Morin.
No gain. 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line.
Well, we haven't seen a whole lot of passing, Bruce.
I'm sorry, from the 28-yard line. Well, another 32.
32, yeah.
Yep.
We haven't. Blaine is now saying they're daring Skelly to throw the ball. They've got really, it's a 10-man front, almost 11 if you really look at it. We have a timeout by the Rebels.
Timeout comes with 1:51 to go in the third quarter. And Coach got our friends tonight at Totino Grace in action in Class 4. Of course, Jeff Ferguson, who spent a number of years here as the school's defensive coordinator at Blaine, is now matriculated and become the head coach at Totino Grace.
And I believe they're playing Immonomedi tonight. Is that correct? And Jeff, longtime D coordinator, and he's had a lot of success at Totino.
Well, let us tell you, Immonomedi is playing St. Thomas Academy.
Oh, that's okay.
In Section 4 in Chisago Lakes.
That's right.
At Totino.
Chisago's had a really good year, so it'd be interesting to see how the North Suburban champion does.
You know, I think one of the big shockers is in section 4.
The Austin Packers.
Yes,
they
8-2.
Coach Herman's done a fine job down there.
Sure has turned things around.
We got a flag.
Yep.
And I'm not. I think we have a defensive. I think we have an encroachment. Yep. So that's a 5-yard walk-off. So now it's 2nd and 5.
Well, I'll tell you, it's 2nd and 5. There's so many more options you have as a quarterback or as an offensive coordinator to send into your quarterback than when you do when it's 2nd and 14.
Gonna go with a 2 tight end set.
Wide receiver splits way out to the near side. Onto the eye. Handoff fullback. Marish drags the tackler as he runs through one tackle.
That's very impressive, Bruce.
Oh boy, was it ever.
Blaine is set for the run. I mean, they're daring Champlin, saying we're going to stop the run. They got 10 men up on the line of scrimmage. There's one guy split out. There's one guy over there. So you're playing 10 on 10, all nice and close, and that's a huge play.
Ball at the Blaine 15-yard line. 1st down and 10. The Rebels on the march. This drive again started at their own 25. Tailback, that's Humber. And Humber is driven back by a whole host of blue shirts.
That isolation play that Champlin's running is a little slow developing, and it looks like the timing isn't quite. There's the handoff right there, and you can see there's Marish. I think that play was supposed to go. He's supposed to follow Marish generally.
Yes.
Marish is blocking out on the defensive end, Brandon Hyde, and I think that's where it was supposed to go.
Straight ahead that time.
That's
Marish on the carry.
It looks to me that Champlin Park, when they go straight at it quick, they're having a lot of success with the quick handoff because they're able to get a push on the defensive line from Blaine. When it's slower developing, the speed and quickness of Blaine's defense compensates, and they're able to handle Humber.
3rd and 5. Again, Blaine almost exclusively out of the eye. And
I don't think he got more than a yard, so it'll bring up a 4th down. It's right in the middle of the field. The wind is with, but it's going to run out. We're going to come to the end, and they're not going to call. Going to let the quarter run out.
That is the end of the 3rd quarter, with our score Blaine 10 and Champlin Park 7.
That time they got Marish to go east and west rather than north and south. We're able to hold that to a very short gain. Now, if Champlin was thinking of kicking it and they wanted the wind to work for them, they might have called a timeout. But you know, Bruce, you look at those flags down at that end, looks like the wind has died down significantly from what it was at the start of the game.
Yes, it has.
So I'm not sure that the wind is the factor that it was in the 1st quarter.
Or the first half.
First half, even the flags they're kind of up and down now. I think it's let up quite a bit.
Yeah, they certainly weren't before.
Well, big decision for Coach Corton and the Rebels. 4th and 3 yards to go. Ball is on the it's like about the 8. Take the 3 if you have confidence in your kicker. Although, Bruce, we saw, we've seen a lot of kickers for Champlin this year. Champlin Park's gone through a lot of kickers. They've had some difficulty with kicking extra points. We've seen that in other games. So let's see what the call is. Looks like they're going for it. And this is the same end of the field where Blaine had a stop in the first ball game.
And
Had a pretty good
where the forward progress is marked.
Looks like he might have made it.
Yep, it's very close, at least from our vantage point, which is in the far end of the field.
We're going to measure because this is big.
Officials say my timeout when those two fists go to the chest.
Let's take a look at the replay.
He's taking the timeout.
There goes Humber. He's hit there, breaks the tackle, and goes through. Looks like he landed pretty much on the line, and it's first down for the Rebels. Big play by Ramon Humber because he was hit in the backfield. I didn't catch the number of the Blaine player, but that was a great individual effort by Humber. Clock just got started, and it's first and goal.
Ball at the 5-yard line. 3-yard gain by Humber last time. There's the handoff to Humber again. Tries to bounce it to the outside. And a good job of pursuing by the Bengals to not allow Humber to turn it into the end zone.
Let's take a look. This is isolation play. Couple really good blocks right there. There's the block right there by Lyman. Got a kick-out block right there by Marish. Cuts it up inside. Good job by Moore to get him down, and some help over the top by the linebacker.
Reverse pivot handoff, touchdown. 1-yard run. That was Marish finding the hole, and he got there in a hurry.
Here's another look at it. Good push there. That was Matt Christopher got a nice block. Andrew Olson got a nice block. And there goes Marish, basically untouched into the end zone. Here comes the all-important extra point. It's a 3-point game right now.
Yep. Ball is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
That makes it a 4-point game. So, we're in the fourth quarter.
11:07 remaining in regulation.
Takes the field goal out of it.
So it is a Bengals will get the kickoff.
Well, you asked Bruce about after the field goal, how's Champlin Park going to answer? And there's the answer. Nice drive, all on the ground. Yes, all on the ground.
No.
I don't remember a pass, but just in case.
All on the ground. I'm with you.
And very impressive because Blaine had 10 men up playing the run, and Champlin Park was still able to run the ball right down the field.
I think these are two of the, you look at Skelly and Humber and company, those are some pretty premier athletes.
Well, you're exactly right. Humber's only a junior.
Let's not leave Marish out.
And I was going to say, Humber's only a junior, and so is Skelly. Massey and Marish are seniors. Well, we'll see if Champlin Park kicks it to Steve Moore again.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
Well, kicked her out of bounds.
Yeah.
That'll give him the ball in the 35, but that's still a 15-yard improvement from the opening of the quarter. Well, they could also ask him to kick it again. So let's see what Blaine would like to do. Looks like they're gonna take it on the 35.
So it'll be first down and 10 for the Bengals from the 35-yard line. They trail 14-10.
And Bruce, this is where we, that fatigue factor. You got Massey's gone a lot of the game both ways.
Milray,
Humber, and Marish pretty much the entire game both ways. Milray occasionally. So
could get very interesting from here on out.
Conditioning will play a factor when you've got that many people going both ways.
And that's a little power football that time.
Running right at it. Now you got Peeler, who's been a big force in the first half, made a lot of big plays.
And off straight ahead, Moore.
Same play, they're running
Glass straight ahead.
They're making a statement that they're gonna, it's power against power.
First down on Moore's carry. He carries it to the 45-yard line, his own. It'll bring up again a 1st and 10. Movement. And oh my, into double, triple coverage.
Ball came a little late. That's that quick pitch bootleg. Almond was open early, but the ball got there a little bit late and gave LaPlante and was that Lee had time to recover. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Needed to respot the ball, make sure it was the right place, and
it is. Ball at the 45-yard line. Draw again.
That inside counter, they ran it, what was it, 3 times on that first
time with
drive.
Kelly.
That's the first time we've seen Kelly run it. Inside counter, here comes number 78, Joe Vanstrom leads that play, opens it up really big. Kelly gets right down the middle on that counter. Something at halftime that told the offensive coaches for Blaine that they could make do some business there.
Dustin Wise also in and had a seal block to cut off the pursuit angle.
Nice open field tackle by LaPlante, because that one had touchdown written on it. That's the first time we've seen that play out of Parson, and we saw that a lot in the Anoka game. Put it in that back, he's going one way, pull it out, counter the other way. Right there is LaPlante, nice open field tackle. That play looked like it was going to go the distance when he broke through the line. That's a great play for Parsons.
2nd and 6.
Running back goes one way, he goes the other. He's got a guard out in front or a tackle. There's the option. That's going to bring up a big 3rd down and 5. Let's take a look. There's the option. He rides the fullback in there.
Look at the Kelly's block, Coach.
Nice block. You see Massey on top.
9 yards downfield holding that block.
2 down territory. You got 2 plays to pick up 5 yards.
Parsons checks the defense. Now gets in under center.
Fullback trap. Breaks.
And Belina just gets pulled down. Otherwise, he's in the open and off to the end zone.
It was close. LaPlante saved the touchdown. Fullback trap. We've seen a lot of it. Now this is that fatigue factor. We've seen Marish stop fullback traps all game long or all season long. But once again, you're going to have some fatigue come into play.
Yep.
Game touchdown saving tackle there by LaPlante.
1st and 10 from the 20.
Okay, now it's...
Look at that offensive line move that defensive line that time.
Now, we're seeing just straight ahead blocking. I don't
Nothing
see
fancy.
a pull. They're stepping with their inside foot. Looks more like a zone. You see, look at those feet going. You see Big Vanstrom pushing. You see Savakul. Newberger, the tight end, was in on that one.
Okay.
And it's just straight ahead power football, handing it to your big back, just straight ahead muscling it. You got three people in the middle that have been playing the whole ball game.
Motion man Kelly. This is Moore to the outside, and he's driven out of bounds.
Nope, gave it touchdown.
Oh, he did. I thought he was driven out of bounds at about the 1.
Well, I think the ball went to the pylon. The pylon's in the end zone, so that he gave him the call, and it's a touchdown.
14-yard touchdown run by Steve Moore. Moore has been a 4-year starter. You heard it right, 4 years. Started as a freshman, and I think everybody knew this young man was going to be special.
There's a team answering the call, taking after the Rebels took the lead.
Yep.
Kick is no good, Bruce. The kick was no good.
So the point after is NG, and that makes the score now 16-14. And adds another little interesting
it's a 2-point game now, so
yep.
A field goal can come into play. And once again, the wind is still there, but it's not nearly what it was earlier. So a field goal can win the ball game right now.
It sure can.
It looked like there was big penetration. Now, each kick we've seen in this ball game, there's been big penetration by Champlin Park. They've been able to jump the gaps. Let's take a look at the replay. It's a quick pitch. Moore's got it. You're going to see a couple of nice stock blocks. There's one right there. There's Humber. Now, Humber, I think, makes that play in the first quarter. He's not making it in this quarter, and that's that fatigue factor. But he's a quality athlete, and he still comes off of there, and he's going full speed, but he's not able to make that tackle. That's a good job by number 31, Lee Benson, but wasn't quite enough, and Moore is able to get it in.
There's the kickoff. Remember now, Blaine has the wind. Whatever the fact or of the wind, Blaine will have the wind throughout the fourth quarter. So the Rebels will operate after the kickoff return brings the ball to the 21-yard line. They're 79 yards away from pay dirt.
6:47 to go in the ball game, a 2-point lead for the Bengals, and really it may take that long. Champlin Park hasn't shown the ability to really throw the ball, to move quickly, so they're going to grind it out on the ground, and it's going to be man-on-man blocking, and it'll take 6 minutes to get it down the field if it's the same kind of drive that they've had for their first 2 touchdowns. If Champlin Park cannot maintain this drive, I'm not sure they'll see the ball again.
Yeah, they may not. Keep an eye on that clock. There you see it up in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. 6:19 and counting. Wide receiver splits to the near side. That's Vondelinde. And here's a sweep, and good pursuit that time. Running to the ball, they call it. And the Rebels could not get any forward progress as
Sheasel was in at the tailback, Bruce,
yep.
and it just giving Humber a little bit of a blow, get his wind back, and he was not able to turn that corner.
That was number 58 who got the initial stop. Well, I tell you, the fans really into this ball game. Quarterback sets, looks, throws across the middle, and he's got his tight end. Mo Young at 6'7", goes over the much shorter defender to make the catch.
Big play. You know, it's cliche, but this is a big play. The Mo was moving over to the Bengals sideline, and Now it's up to first down, and it's up for grabs again.
The ball at the 47-yard line of the Rebels.
Humber's back in at the tail.
Out for 1 or 2 plays. And that time, handoff to the fullback. Nobody wraps him up. Gets to the outside and finally driven out of bounds, but not before he gets down to the 30-yard line.
Huge play. Mike Marish. Mike Marish.
It looked like Marish was stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Here it is. Handoff right there. Just step blocks by everybody and a nice seal. He busts it outside. Blaine jammed the middle, breaks it outside. He turns the corner on Moore right there, and he's off.
And that is Brian Baumgartner, 6'4", 180-pound senior, who saved the touchdown. And handoff straight ahead. Not much
there
that
with
time.
Maris that time. See if we can see who's down on the bottom there. It looks like number 98. That's Cromie, Dustin Cromie. Let's take a look. You see, okay. The guard's trying to reach Cromie, and he can't get him because it looks like there was either a slant or he was just taking that gap that direction. It's tough for a guard to reach that.
4.5 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. The Rebels in no hurry. Hand it off. Humber on the carry. Back to the line of scrimmage. And maybe picks up a yard. Maybe.
That's that counter dive that worked out pretty well the first time they ran it. That was, let's see, did I see 95? Derek Kelly, I believe, was in on that. I thought I saw another backer in on that one as well. I think we're at a third and, what do we have, third and 8?
Third and 8.
Third and 8, maybe
line of scrimmage is the 29-yard line of the Bengals. The Blaine fans on their feet.
Halfback pass, and it's there. Oh, huge call.
Wow.
But who's it on is the question.
That's right.
It's a huge call, but who's it on? Are they going to call it on Moore, or are they going to call it on Von der Linde? Let's take a look. Halfback pass. Now I see Humber is down out on the field, so after he threw the ball, Bruce, I don't know, did you see, did he get hit after the?
I'm not sure. Waiting for the indication from the referee. And
the now the Blaine coaches are after the Humber throws it. Humber is hit as he throws it.
Yep.
And
Von der Linde's
he's got a hold of his hand and he's pulling him down. So I think that's what the ref saw. You know, he's turned, he's playing the ball, but I think he saw him grab his wrist there and pull down on Von der Linde's wrist, and that's where he got the call. So that's a pass interference. That's the way he sees it.
Yep.
Humber looked like his leg crumpled. I couldn't see who had the hit on him as he threw. I think it was Derek Kelly, but I'm not positive on that. So I don't think we're going to see Humber for, well, we've got 3:35 to go, Bruce. And I don't think we'll see him. Looks like he's favoring that pretty hard. Kind of looked in the replay that he, as he threw, he got crumpled up pretty good. I think he twisted a knee or an ankle.
If the penalty results in a 4-yard walk-off, it's half the distance to the goal from the previous spot.
So we're on, looks like the 14-yard line, Bruce.
That's it. Just inside the 15.
And it's first down. 3:35 left.
Nothing doing that time.
Now with Humber out of the game, they've got to go with Schiesel. He's got to step up. That was number 98, Cromie, again on the tackle. Dustin Cromie, 5'10", 215, a junior. He'll be back. Doesn't matter now. The future is now. Now
the Rebels break the huddle and come out over the football. Again out of the eye. Schiesel the tailback. And Barish goes off left side.
Now Now that little fullback run, now that ball is dead center in the middle of the field. We're coming up to 3rd down at 6 yards to go.
And just as important, the clock shows 2:40 left here in the regulation.
We have a timeout by Champlin Park. I believe that is their, that's their second, isn't it? I thought they called one over on that before they went for that 4th down play. But okay, is their second. All right. Bruce, and the first time we saw these two teams play, down at this end of the field, 4th and 1, going for it. They went with their heavy set offense. They got their 3 linebackers in the wishbone. They ran it to the right, and the Bengals stuffed it on 4th and 1 and were able to take it from that point and drive 99 yards to take a 2-touchdown lead.
Okay, we'll have to keep that in the back of our minds.
At this point, we have Champlin Park with 225 yards rushing so far in the ball game. Well, let's see. We've seen only a couple of passes. Scully's thrown a couple to Mo Young, and they've been important. Mo Young and Pierre Peeler did not play the first time these two teams played.
Out of the eye. Quarterback rollout. Skelly going to take it back in. Now forced to the outside.
Pretty sure that was a run. I was looking at Mo Young because I thought that would be a good time for play action and have Mo fake a block. But this is run all the way. And Skelly's had at one time he was pretty close to the leading rusher in the conference at midseason. So
4th down, a big play here. They're going to line up a field goal. Soccer style kicker. Good snap. The ball's down. The kick is up. And it's good. Another one just inside the left upright.
Same spot on the field, same kick. So matching field goals.
And that makes the score now
17-16.
17-16, and boy, that missed extra point looms very large.
There it is, Bruce. There's the place, the kick. Real nice protection. Headed down the middle and just a little
right
bit of
down Main Street.
A little bit of a hook to it. I think it was well through before it started going way over there. So 2:27 to go. Blaine undefeated on the year. On their home field, the number 1 seed, and they're down by 1 point with 2:27 to go. Last time they were behind, they answered the call, drove right down the field and scored. Now, a lot of that took some time. Now, time is a factor.
Now we'll see what the Bengals can do with these final 2 minutes.
Also, the Bengals, they did miss the extra point, but a field goal wins it for them as well, so they don't have to score the touchdown.
No. Well, I think if you're Champlin Park, though, you want to keep that ball away from number 13. And a short kick. And brought to the outside. 40, 35, 30, and kicked out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
The kicking game.
A wedge man, that's it.
No, that was more.
Okay.
It was more. The wedge let the ball go through more. He kicked it hard on the ground to disrupt it. But smart play by those up people.
That's
they
right.
let it go through. Get the ball into Moore's hand and let him do something with it. And you saw what he can do. And Moore picks the ball up. Couple nice blocks.
Look at the wedge.
There it is. Big block right there. I couldn't pick the number up. Missed tackle there, and it's gone, and there he goes.
50, 40, 30, 25, 20, 15 before he's knocked out of bounds.
And the kicking game, 1/3 of the football game.
Yes, we talked about it earlier.
And there's more.
Hand off Moore inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Keep an eye on the clock. Just under 2 minutes now remain.
Timeout Blaine. Timeout Blaine.
Yep.
Now Blaine can easily try a field goal from this spot.
I think they'd rather
score a touchdown, but they can. That kicking game, Bruce, it's so important.
You bet. We talked about it being a third.
No, hey Bruce, they said no, they don't want. The referee did signal that it was a timeout, but they changed their mind and they just started the clock, and it's a running.
148, 146. There you see it. Parsons under center. Split backs. Kelly comes in motion. Touchdown! More on the touchdown. Kelly with a bleed block.
Give the ball to your best ball player with your best play.
Yep.
Scored a touchdown on it already. Had great blocks out there. And let's see what Blaine decides to do. 1 or 2. Looks like they're going to go for 2. That would be the thing to do. That's what the card would say.
Exactly.
Although head coaches don't have to follow the card. That's why they're head coaches.
But I think the percentage play is
the percentage
you go
is
for
to
the
go
2.
For 2.
1:36 left as Moore scores. Point conversion.
Nice little play. Hopefully we got that one on the replay. Well executed. Really got Champlin Park got back on their heels on that kickoff. Let's take a look. There's the ball on the quick pitch. Get it out into your best ball player's hands. Got a couple real nice blocks at the point of attack. There's Bostrom and Savakul out in front. Let's take a look at them again. There's the lead motion guy gets out in front. And there's the cut. There's now you see big number 78, Joe Vanstrom. Let's take a look at that 2-point conversion. There it is right there. Stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense. But the perimeter collapsed and didn't pursue. And smart play by Belina to just bust it outside where nobody was and get the 2 points.
And the inside pursuit, nobody protected to the outside.
That's it's just a fullback trap.
Yep. Here's the kickoff by Nato.
We got flags. We got flags.
Penalty flags down.
And you can see the importance of the kicking game.
Oh my!
It's helped Blaine to 10 points here in the second half. The kickoff has been for 10. We got a block
below the waist on the kick return. 15 yards from the spot of the foul.
So that's going to back the Rebels up even farther.
Their offense talking things over along the far sideline. Now they come in with 1.5 minutes exactly remaining. They trail by 7. And I think we'll see Blaine in their prevent defense. They'll drop 3 or 4 men 20 yards off the line of scrimmage. And that's Skelly. Skelly forced to pull it down. There was nowhere to go with that pass.
They had that little cluster of 3 way out to the bottom of the screen, and I think it was I thought it was Cromie. Kind of gave some pressure inside, caused him to get up there.
Completion. Clock stops on the incompletion with 56 seconds left.
Trying to get a little crossing route there to Vondelinde. Brings up a 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11.
Less than a minute remains.
That's a penalty. They had 12 men in the end zone, or I'm sorry, by the end zone in the huddle.
Yep.
And that's illegal. You can't have 12 and then send one off of the field.
That's right.
It's makes it too hard for the poor defensive coordinator to get the matchups that we want, and we always have to look out for the defensive coordinator.
Oh, let me grab my tissue so I can dab my eye here.
So that's another 5, and we got 3rd and 16.
3rd and a bunch. Skelly looks across the middle. It's intercepted. Kunza, I believe, on the pick, and he heads for the end zone for a touchdown. I think it was.
Yes, you're right.
It's 28.
Yes, it is.
Comes up with his 2nd pick of the ball game. Boy, he saw that one.
Just hung it up a little too much, and Kunza just stepped right in there and did a great job.
Yeah, made a break on the football.
Took it to the end zone.
Yeah, as you say, took it to the house. Makes it 30-17. The point after by NATO is next up. Ball's down, NATO's kick is up, and that's good.
Real
Makes
important
it 31-17.
We have a little bit of action in the last couple minutes.
Oh my. Oh my.
Great playoff football action. 2 really good football teams. Skelly's trying to drop it down there.
Look at that.
But a great cut by Kunze. He's got to be looking for that.
And then he gets behind a convoy of blockers, and he just heads for the pylon and just makes it before he's hit. There it is again. There's the throw. Kunze with the pick. Couple of blockers in front, and now a race for the end zone. And the Bengals call a timeout. Interesting decision.
Well, a lot of excitement. I assume they want to get everything in order. This kicking game has turned this game.
Yes, it has.
Opening kickoff of the second half, run back to the 50, set up 3 points.
Yep.
And the kickoff after Champlin Park took the lead.
17-16.
Brought it back to the, the 14, 10-yard line?
Or 15-yard line, yep.
And scored right out. That's 10 points scored off of the kicking game, really. Yep. You got to give that to the kicking game. And, that's 1/3 of the ball game, and that was the difference, very much the difference in the game.
Blaine now sends their team out.
Now, we said earlier, Bruce, that Champlin Park had 225 yards just rushing in this ball game a little while ago.
Yep.
At this point, Blaine has 208 yards total offense in the game. Earlier this year, Champlin Park was winning ugly. They were winning, but getting outstatted. Well, now it's Champlin's going to have the stats.
The shoes on the other foot.
Blaine's going to have the victory.
Offside on the kickoff.
And a lot of that can be attributed to the kicking game.
So the penalty will walk it back to the 35-yard line rather than the 40. And NATO will kick again.
Can't cross the line until the ball's kicked.
There's NATO's kick, a short one. LaPlante, number 21, on the return. And he brings it out across the 35, just shy of the 36-yard line. Corey LaPlante on the kickoff return.
At this point, Champlin Park has 269 yards of total offense to 208 for Blaine. So, but stats are just for the media guys, right, Bruce?
Yes.
It's a great effort by Champlin Park. Really a tough way to go when you got it within your grasp and it gets away.
Yep.
Had a good route there and didn't get it done. That was Milner. We haven't seen Milner. He played quite a bit earlier in the season.
Yes,
he was open in the flat. We got 33.4 seconds to go. And we're going to see Blaine move on. They're going to be crowned champions of Section 7-5A. And they're going to play here next Friday night.
Next Friday night. In the state quarterfinals. There's a catch.
Milner with the catch. That'll stop the clock. He did not go out of bounds. When the chains are set, the clock will start again. There's the catch.
Yep. Of course, there'll be an awards ceremony immediately following the game, selecting the all-tournament team, as well as awarding the runner-up plaques and individual medals.
We have a referee's timeout.
We got a player down.
Player, is that Moore?
No, it's I think number 28.
28.
That's Kunza.
That's Kunza, yeah. Oh, he comes over the top. Kunza right there. Ooh. And gets it in the back there a little bit. Must have got the wind knocked out of him just a little bit. He's not moving a whole lot there. He's up now and coming off. Um,
15.7 seconds left
and
in the football season.
Champlin Park is not calling a timeout, so looks like this might be the last play of the game. And a great game it has been.
Skelly out of the shotgun, throws.
Nope, 4.7. We'll have another play.
Short, the ball short hops the intended receiver.
Ball got thrown just a little bit before the receiver Milner was ready for it.
So it'll bring up a second down situation. 2nd and 10 from the 32. And Skelly looks to the end zone, winds, throws, and that's almost intercepted.
I believe it is. It is intercepted, and that's the last play of the game. And congratulations to the Bengals on defending on winning and defend their number 1 seed. They won the section. And congratulations to Champlin Park on a super season. Only 2 losses, both to Blaine. And they had all their horses today, and they gave it a great shot. That's a tough thing for them, but to have it within your grasp and have it slip out. But Blaine made the plays when they needed to.
They did.
And that's what football is all about.
Boy, the kicking game really was the big factor tonight. That was the difference in the football game. Blaine's ability, again, the kick that was run out to the 49-yard line that led to the field goal, and then after Champlin Park made it 17-16, Steve Moore.
Smart play by the upbacks to let it go through, get it into Moore's hands. Getting the ball into Moore's hand is always a good idea for your team. And he makes things happen.
At 6'2", 230, you believe he is one of
he's
if
fast.
not the fastest player on the field.
I believe so. You saw Coach Shannon. Sorry.
We're moving the furniture.
Yeah, okay. Shannon Garrity, you saw him. He's relieved. You saw him take a big, deep breath there, and congratulations to him. Congratulations to his coaching staff on a championship in the conference, Northwest Suburban Conference champions, and now the Section 7-5A section championship, and moving on to the state tournament.
You know, Coach, if my memory's correct, I don't think there has been another team that has won the Northwest Suburban Conference title in football other than Blaine since the conference inception.
I think you're correct. There's only the Bengals have only had one conference loss in that time, as I believe that they've only lost one conference game.
I believe that was to Champlin Park over there at Champlin Park High School.
So, just a great ball game tonight, Bruce. Just everything we had hoped it would be.
Yes.
Boy, how many lead changes did we have there? It just that last couple minutes especially, but back and forth, two great teams. Everybody left it on the field, and just everything that the fans could hope for. I'd like to congratulate Coach Mike Corton on his first year as head coach. Did a great job for the Champlin Park Rebels, and he's going to enter his second season next year with his staff. Congratulations to all of them on a fine year as well.
All right. And again, the scoring at the end of the first half, we were tied at 7. And I think the scoring, if people look at the paper, they see 31-7, 31-17 was pretty much of a blowout. But we had 2 touchdowns scored within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
One into the end zone with Moore, and then Corton with the pass interception return to make it. And then the point after was good. There's the presentation. And you see Coach Garrity sharing the excitement of the evening as the team wins not only a conference title, but the Section 7-5A title as well.
Defeating the defending champions, what I meant to say earlier, defeating the defending champions, the Champlin Park Rebels. So
I think the two of us, when we covered that game on the 28th of September here, Champlin Park and Blaine, that 28-6 game, I think we both knew or suspected that we'd be back here in the latter part of October to see these two teams battle things out in the section final. Although there's always there's always a bump in the road, but it didn't turn out to be that way this year.
Exactly right. In that first ball game, we did not see a couple of people. Peeler and Young didn't play for Champlin, and we thought they'd be impact people, and they were in this ball game. But Blaine had enough. Came up with the special teams. That kicking game was just crucial for the victory for Blaine tonight.
And you talked about it, and I kept looking. The play of Marish and Humber trying to go both ways against a fine football team like Blaine takes a lot out of you. And of course, Humber was not on the field. And I think he was injured.
Well, that's what happens when you get tired.
Yeah, when you get tired,
you're more likely to get hurt. Now, he might have gotten hurt in that play anyway, but you never know. I mean, you got to do what you got to do as a coach. The kids played their hearts out. Go with what you have to do, and you just have to say congratulations and go play football. And the victors are the Blaine Bengals, and that's the way it is.
Coach, next year we got a new look conference. In 2004, it'll become a 10-team conference with the addition of Centennial and Andover.
And that means that each team in the Northwest Suburban will not play one other team.
Right.
And I understand there's a schedule made, but I heard there might be some revisions. So we'll see what the schedule is when it comes out.
It's hardly cast in stone. I think that there's some folks that are, shall we say, slightly displeased with the schedule maker, but
rumor has it.
Yes, but when you do it by computer, always someone's not going to be happy, right?
Yeah, what you said.
All right. Again, our final score is Blaine 31, Champlin Park 17. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's coverage On behalf of Jeff Nelson, Colin Anderson, this is Bruce Frank saying good night from Bengal Stadium.